what's up? Video responses are fun, right? Responding to a YouTuber out there that's made some sort of topic and just taking a topic, creating a mind map of it, and flowing out all the thoughts and organizing it into something coherent and thoughtful and hopefully some value for somebody to take away. So I've seen a couple loneliness video responses for Connor Manning, and I kind of want to jump in on the topic and talk about loneliness a little bit. I have my mind map of loneliness. Take a topic and just digest it. My first point on here is that the integrity to stand alone is extremely difficult. It is something that every human being on this planet is dealing with, because you wake up in the morning and you go through whatever routine you have, or your routine gets interrupted, and I like to call it the burden or blessing of self-leadership. The price of freedom is also the daily burden or blessing, depending on what you want to define it as, of self-leadership. Life, every day. Whether or not you define it as a burden or a blessing is up to you. Happiness has to come first from who you are in order for you to be happy wherever you go. Being the person that you want to be, as best you can, as happiest as you possibly can. That's not forgetting to be awesome. We can't choose how we feel, but we can choose how we respond to how things happen to us. Another point I want to make is that you are not alone in this, because of this daily self-leadership thing. The miracle of human consciousness, the struggle of daily living, the raging against the tepidness of the mundane and monotonous. And you're not alone. One, we're all human, and two, you are the universe. Everybody. We're all stardust. I think it's Alan Watts. Every human being on the planet is an aperture at which the cosmos looks at itself. The miracle of human consciousness is a phenomenal thing. Mind-blowingly fascinates me. I hope it does for you too. Because ultimately, what is a life for? What do we want to do? What are we here, like, why? Oblivion, it's gonna be forgotten, right? It's up to us. The burden and blessing of self-leadership, the freedom of that struggle, is choosing how to derive meaning from experience, how to see things, complexly or simply, or mundanely. There's a lot of good quotes by David Foster Wallace on that Fish This Is Water video. You get to choose what has meaning and what doesn't. That is real freedom. And a lot of that is lonely. Thinking for yourself. You can find meaning, how other people choose it, and find similarities. And that's where you're not alone. It's a tough subject. What else? Being lonely is okay, because we all are, ultimately. But at the same time, we're not alone. It may feel like we are, but we're not. Down in my diaphragm, I have some video links for you. How to Be Alone, the David Foster Wallace video, This Is Water, and Connor Manning's original video on Lonely. The real value of a real education has almost nothing to do with knowledge and everything to do with simple awareness. The most easy and obvious realities are often the most difficult to talk about and discuss and add attention to and focus. And the topic of being lonely is one of those. That's why it's hard. It encompasses so much. And the context involved in what people think of lonely about, how they define lonely, the context that creates their mindset about lonely. It's hard to grasp. And remember that in the times when you feel most lonely, you probably should sit down and think about it a little bit instead of, one, trying to ignore it, or trying to bring your loneliness. I don't want to say don't share and don't try to talk to somebody about it, but be okay with loneliness. If your heart is bleeding, make the best of it. There is heat in freezing. Be a testament. If you're happy in your heart, then solitude is blessed, and alone is okay. Blah. Quick sneak peek to what I'm currently working on. Nerdfighter Pen Pal. I'll be making a video about this pretty soon. I've also discovered a new way to draw quotes inside of a journal. I don't know why I've never thought of it. Seriously awesome. And then, if you know what this is, that's coming pretty soon too.